Yeah, hi there. These comments are for RE. I'm just using your initials for privacy purposes. And I'm looking at your email that you just sent me 3 hours ago. Alright, so let's look at your situation. So you say the previous score, or your previous TOEFL score, is 38 out of 120. You got 12 points in the reading. You got 2 points in the listening, 10 points on the writing, and 14 points on the speaking. You say, I wonder how to reach 100 within 6 months. I can invest 5 hours a day from January 16th to July to prepare for the test. I want you to tell me how I can manage my time to reach my goal within that period of time. Please tell me what my training schedule will be. If there are some specific things to do quickly to improve my score, don't hesitate to tell me. Wow, man, why do you need 100? Wow, I mean, to go from 38 to 100, that is a lot. You're probably, I don't know, 2 years ago, I'm guessing that you did not use a lot of English, but based on your email that you sent me, you're doing a lot better now. Notice if you can tell me how I can manage. You're using noun clauses. You're using complex sentences in your writing, and your noun clauses have statement word order. You have pretty good control. Your punctuation is good. I like how you say, if there are some things I can do, don't hesitate to tell me. So judging by the email, you have made a lot of progress over the last 2 years. So unless you had someone write this for you, but I'm assuming that you wrote this, and this is good news. Now, you got a sheet of paper? You ready? Let's take some notes. So, first of all, if there are some things that you can do to quickly improve your score, there are. So, I'm going to give you some things right now. So, I'm going to just give you some general things first, and then I will tell you how you can use my course in order to improve. That's really the main question, right? First of all, for the next 6 months, I want you to watch 3 or 4 movies a week. In English, right? So watch those movies. Now, also spend some time on a day-to-day basis. You got 5 hours a day. That's a lot of time. Maybe spend around 30 to 40 minutes reading either newspapers, books, or magazines. If you can start doing those 2 things, that would definitely have a very powerful impact on your English later on down the line. Now, let's talk about my online TOEFL course. So what can you do specifically? How can you use my course in order to make the progress that you seek? Now, the first thing, I'm confident that you can double your score for sure, right? And maybe even triple it, right? But it all depends on how hard you work, how consistent you are. So if you're really, really serious, here's what you want to do first. So, my online TOEFL course, Rodrigue, it has 7 steps. So we have vocabulary, pronunciation, grammar, listening, reading, writing, and speaking. So the first thing I want you to do is to complete the vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar sections of my course. You want to do those first. That's first. Right? Now, once you've done that, that'll probably take 1 or 2 months. Once you've done that, then you can get into the listening and the reading parts of my course. Now, there's a couple of things you want to do here. You can use the reading and the listening, obviously, to test your comprehension of academic lectures and reading passages, right? So you read the passage, you listen to the lecture, you take the comprehension quiz, and you can see how you're doing. Now, the most important thing here, Rodriguez, is the reading part of my course will help you to improve your reading speed to a minimum of 300 words per minute. That's going to be very, very helpful for you when you're taking the TOEFL test, but more importantly, it will help you to read through authentic reading materials faster. That's the main goal, is I'm going to help you to learn academic English language proficiency, so long after you've taken the TOEFL test, you will still benefit from having taken my course. Right? So as you're going through the listening and the reading parts of my course, in addition to answering the comprehension questions. You want to write this down. I want you to take notes, right? Take notes on the main and the most important supporting points of the reading and the listening passages. Now, using your notes, you want to do two things. Number one, using your notes, you want to write three. You want to write 3 250-word summaries weekly. These summaries are based on the main and the most important support points of the reading and the listening passages. In addition to writing summaries about the reading and listening passages, you should be orally summarizing these reading and listening passages. So, I recommend that you give 3 to 5 60-second oral summaries each week. Now, when you do your oral summaries, make sure that you record them so you can listen to them later, right? So you can pay attention to any language use issues that you might have, and so on. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, the next thing. So now that you've gone through the reading and the listening parts of my course, you completed the comprehension test, and then you practiced writing summaries, and you gave 60-second oral summaries of that information. Now it's time for you to move to the writing and the speaking parts of my course. Now remember, the summaries that you were writing and the practice tests that you were practicing and recording, I wasn't giving you any comments on those, but now when you get into the writing and speaking parts of my course, this is where you can actually complete speaking and writing practice tests. And unlike Magoosh, unlike the Ibt Toefl course from ETS, unlike most Toefl courses on the internet, you can actually email me your speaking practice. I will download your audio files. I will give you comments to help improve your speaking abilities of English, right? And also, when you complete a writing practice test, you can email me, send me the information. I will send the practice test to my teaching assistant who will read, score, and comment on your writing. So if you do it in that order, I think in a period of about 6 months, you will definitely, I mean definitely, improve your academic English language proficiency. Now, my opinion is, so as you're using my course, remember you're doing the vocabulary, pronunciation, and grammar first. You're doing that first. Then you move to the listening and speaking sections. Once you've done those, then you go to the writing and also the speaking. So as you're going through my course during these 6 months, maybe at month 3, I recommend that you take a full-length Ibt practice test. This is a 5-hour Toefl Ibt practice test. Once you've joined my course, you can go over to the 8th section of my course. You can learn more about authentic, realistic practice tests. Now this practice test, it doesn't come from my website. To be honest, I don't have the technology to design a practice test exactly like the TOEFL exam. So I have another website that takes care of that, that does that. So once you're ready, at about 3 months, take that full-length Ibt practice test. So 3 things are going to happen when you do that. Number 1, of course, you refamiliarize yourself with the structure and the format of the TOEFL exam, which is good. Number 2, you actually mark your progress. This is important. After you do the practice test, you will get an overall score, and you will get subtotal scores in the reading, listening, speaking, and writing sections. This is very important information. Now, hopefully, 3 months from now, your score, I'm hoping, will be close to 70, maybe 80 points out of 100. If it's close to that, then you're in pretty good shape, right? Then, the third thing is, if you take this full-length practice test, you practice, you develop the strength and stamina that you need to take a 5-hour English test. It's not easy, Rodrigue, to take a test that's 5 hours long. It's difficult to concentrate in a new language like that, right? So that's my plan for you. This is your video, right? I posted it at YouTube, at my YouTube channel. That's why you're watching it now. But remember that. Bookmark the video. So once you join my online TOEFL course, I recommend that you watch this video maybe once a week for the next month. Just make sure you refamiliarize yourself with the study plan that I recommended for you. Remember, the more you practice, the better you're going to get. And my TOEFL course offers you over 700 lessons in which you can practice using English in many types of situations. And this will help you to improve your TOEFL score. All right, Rodrigue. Anyway, thank you for your email and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.